and welcome to the World Climbing Club and a packed day as we kick off our live broadcasts. We're starting with the speed qualification, moving on to the live paraclimbing finals first half, and then going back to the speed finals for the women. Deep breath, but first of all, here's a very personal story.
This morning we're going to cut my hair, and we're cutting my hair for a good cause, for cancer.
Early in the morning before practice, South African speed climber Tegwen Oates gathered some of her friends around her to cut her hair and donate it to a cancer charity.
Unfortunately, quite a few members of my family have passed away from cancer over the years, so I'd love to be able to do this to have a small connection back with them. I've been thinking about cutting my hair now for over a year. I'm cutting it because I'd like to raise more awareness about cancer, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've got quite a bit of hair, so I thought why not raise the awareness about it and donate back to cancer so someone can have a wig.
Amongst the people there was one of the Climbing Against Cancer ambassadors and an IFSC paraclimber. He added another level to this personal moment.
I'm Tadashi Takano, RP3 class, Team Japan.
Although Tegwen missed out on qualifying this time, she's improving. And of course, bringing attention to climbing in South Africa and now the fight against cancer. There are a number of Korean stars competing at their home World Championships, and speed climber Jimin is one of them. The 21-year-old athlete has had an amazing season in 2025, with 2 silver medals, both in China, from Wujiang and Guiyang. She started climbing when she was just 9, noticing a wall in the park when she was walking there with her mum. She received climbing lessons as a birthday present and has never looked back. It's been an interesting journey to become one of the world's best speed climbers. Back in the 2020 Olympics, she was more of a boulder and lead climber, but was training speed as the disciplines were combined back then. However, after a left knee injury rupturing a tendon, it left her unable to compete in boulder and lead, so she turned her full attention to speed. As she dedicated herself more to it, she realised that she loved it and had a clear talent for running up the 15-metre wall. Although she certainly feels more nervous in front of her home crowd, she's relishing the pressure to be performing on the biggest of stages with her friends and family watching. Let's have a look at Jimin's fastest qualifying run. It is against the clock, not the opponent, although next to her was Giulia Randi from Italy. So we wait for the buzzers. No false starts, and it's very quick from Jimin as she powers. Oh, Giulia Randi slips, that'll hurt her time, but Jimin powers through. Look at this, what will the time be? A blistering 6.54. That is more than enough to get through, and it will be relief from the Korean athlete who will climb again in the finals. The order of the round of 16 is fastest versus the slowest, and Miroslav is at the top of the order. She's probably the favourite after Desek Madrita, the defending world champion, isn't here due to injury. Some other ones to keep an eye on, the other Polish athletes, Karuchka down in the middle, and of course Colli down at the bottom, the Italian, always fun to see climb, and USA have a strong showing as well. This time around, we are splitting the paraclimbing finals with these categories in action. And that means our first world champions are about to be crowned. 2 routes were the focus for our audience and paraclimbers as our event moved inside the stadium. Our first World Championship final of the World Champs in Seoul, and the route setters pushed the climbers to the limit with challenging and new school routes. Braden Butler from the USA was the first to win gold in men's RP2. High up on the head wall, he dealt with all the tricky sections perfectly and celebrated his first World Champs gold in style. Shout out to India's Mani Kandan, who took silver and the wildest move of the day on the dyno. taking the title for women's RP1 was the USA's Melissa Ruiz. She's been one of the breakout stars of Team USA, and although she did say she found the route tough, it was an impressive performance. France's Alois Potier looked solid on the traverse section of men's RP1, crossing his hands nicely. A little higher up, however, and his left hand fired, but it was enough for the win. Precision was the key in women's B1, which was won by Japan's Hiromi Aoki. This is her first ever gold medal. What a place to take your first victory. Men's B1 always seems to belong to Sho Aita. He's won gold all season, and it was no different at the World Champs. His endurance is unbelievable, and this is his 6th World Champs gold in a row. Although we are used to seeing him win, Romania's Razavan Nerdu had a moment where it looked like he was struggling on the big move in the middle of the route. He managed to overcome it, and from there climbed his way to gold. In one of the most impressive performances of the night, the USA's Senaida Biranda was in cruise control as she won women's B2. She managed to turn the lip of the head wall where the holds get smaller and smaller. Cosmin Floren was high on the wall of men's B3. The Romanian climber claiming an impressive gold medal, and he's surely one of the most dominant athletes in his category. Lynn Poston came out last in women's B3, and the USA athlete was up against it after her rival and teammate Phoebe Barkan crushed the route ahead of her. Lynn was more than up to the task though, topping the route to the roars of the crowd to claim victory. In men's AU2, Kevin Batek from Germany was the underdog, with a lot of the attention focused on Brian Zazuela, the number 1 qualifier. Kevin though was on fire, high up on the wall, and he becomes world champion for the first time. The last category out was the men and women's AL1, both genders climbing together because of starting numbers. What more can you say about Austria's Angelino Zeller? His drive, power and motivation on the wall is legendary, and he campused his way up to the head wall and up to the crimps. What a way to take our last World Championship gold of the afternoon. But remember, more paraclimbing to come tomorrow. These have got to be some of the most famous holds in climbing, and they are waiting our athletes. Remember, it's just the women today. The men's turn is tomorrow, so let's crown our female world champion. Here are a few highlight races from an amazing finals. Although Alexandra was the favourite, you have to first get through the first round, and she was facing Japan's Rei Koyamatsu. First race of this evening.
Ready?
Right, it's a clean start. Alexandra Miroslav is fast. Can she keep it together? And a big slip from Ren. She's done. Alexandra just needs to finish as she does. Job done on the first round. Quarterfinals, where home crowd favourite Korea's Jimin met strong Chinese athlete Yumai Quinn. Jimin seemed relaxed though, somehow loose on the stage. Okay, here we go. Jimin is ahead at the moment. Yumai Quinn is behind. Jimin has been cheered by the crowd and does take it again. A 6.36. You start to feel a little bit of the magic in the air here with this one. Natalia Kuruczka, another Polish powerhouse climber, was up against it in quarterfinals race 2. She faced China's Yaifei Zhao, who seemed focused. Here we go.
Ready?
Okay, well, Yaifei Zhao is very fast off the box. Natalia Kuruczka coming back at her at the top there. It should be Yaifei Zhao's, and it is just about, yeah.
The start of Natalia wasn't so good. I think she took the 3 not so good.
Semi-finals time. At the last World Champs, Alexandra Miroslav had been beaten here. The pressure was on to put those ghosts of the past behind her. Women's speed climbing up against each other. The loser will go into the bronze medal race. The winner will win silver or gold. Well, the lights go green and it's a fast start from the Yaifei Zhao. Alexandra has a little hesitation, manages to pull it back, and it's going to be Alexandra with a 6.2. So very, very close. And what a fast time from her.
She wants the gold.
Alexandra Miroslav. The second semi-finals was Jimin against Lee Jeong-deng, and for the first time, Jimin seemed a little nervous. Right, it's not a full start, it's a clean for both. Jimin has a huge slip, and that could be it, and it is it for her. Lee Jeong-deng takes it there. Jimin won't progress, but what a performance from Lee Jeong-deng, who moves forward. And there was just something different. We were talking about the relaxation. It seemed to suddenly evaporate for Jimin in that one. With a deep breath, we move on to the last few races for medals and start with the bronze medal race. Having lost the last round, could Jimin recover? She was against Yaifei Zhao. Right, it's fast from Jimin Yaifei Zhao coming up. Jimin with a little hesitation. No, it's absolutely neck and neck. Who's going to take it? It's going to be Yaifei Zhao. Close! Yaifei Zhao with the bronze medal. And Jimin
how Jimin is just enjoying it.
Yeah, there she is. She knows there's a little bit of a smile. Gold medal time, and a huge race for both athletes. Alexandra Miroslav wouldn't be happy with a silver medal, but standing in her way was Lee Jeong-deng. The audience were on the edge of their seats.
Ready?
It's a fast start from Alexandra Miroslav, and she needs all the energy she can get. She's up against it right now. Lee Jeong-deng might come back at him. No! It is going to be Alexandra Miroslav and the world record.
The gold! Wow! That's what we all wanted.
So that is the gold medal and a world record for Alexandra Miroslav.
Such a perfect finish.
What more can this lady do in her career? She's absolute perfection on a speed walk.
World Championship. Wow.
Well, 6.03 smashes the world record. What a moment to finish off the women's speed climbing competition. The world record smashed and a new champion crowned. Tomorrow we do it all again as we conclude the paraclimbing competition and the men lay it all on the line for speed.